Hi everybody, this is Maya Good and I'm here for an update. I want to talk a little bit about National Novel Writing Month, but first I want to beg your pardon. My clothes rack is back there and I don't have a desk in my room yet, and so unfortunately you get to look at my clean clothes, but at least they're clean, right? Well, I want to talk about National Novel Writing Month because literally everybody's doing their prep videos, they're all getting prepared, and I haven't really addressed how I'm feeling about NaNoWriMo this year. Just to be entirely frank, I am not feeling it. And I'm not sure if it's because I'm in the middle of big projects. I recently found a great writers group, and I've been workshopping my novel, a couple thousand words every week. And I am currently working on a short story to submit to a contest in the next couple weeks. And so I don't know if it's just distraction, stress, I've been really busy, or if I'm just not feeling it. I know last year I went into NaNoWriMo not at 100% and I didn't finish. And I'm just wondering whether or not I even want to do it this year. I was talking to Gerald Hornsby and Chrissy Moss on the Bradbury Challenge, and they almost had me convinced to do a shortened version of it because it's not the word count that bothers me, it's just the idea of spending 30 days on yet another rough draft. But if I stand back and I look at all my projects, there are a couple projects that I really want finished, and NaNoWriMo is a great time for finishing stuff. The first one is a short story. Well, it's a novella. It's going to probably be 20 to 30,000 words. Um, it's called The Color of Color, and I've talked about it on the podcast, and I've written a short story version of it. I have a complete outline, although the outline sucks. And I've considered doing the 1 week version of NaNoWriMo, and just knock that out and not try to do the full 50,000, and try to do it all in 1 week so that, that first week of NaNoWriMo, that's when I have the most energy, that's when I write the most words. And in the past, I've done 20,000 words that first week, and that would be most of the project. So I am tossing it around in my head, but I'm not entirely sold. If I decide to bypass National Novel Writing Month this year, the truth is I didn't do so great last year, and I've got a lot of projects on my plate. Uh, the novel I'm working on is going really well. I'm getting amazing critiques at my writer group. I'm learning a lot every week. I feel like my head's just going to explode. In addition, I'm behind on a lot of podcast editing. And so if I decide not to do NaNoWriMo, that's really where my focus is going to be. I'm going to just really focus on, getting a good half of that novel dealt with, and getting, the rest of this audio editing caught up. The other reason why I'm not entirely sure I even want to attempt it this year is because the application for VONA is around February, I guess, and I want to submit the beginning of past to try to get into VONA, and that beginning needs a lot of work. It needs a lot more work than I thought it needed. There were some things said at the writers group that I definitely agree with, but it means a pretty in-depth rewrite, and so I really feel like that's probably where I should be spending my energy. As far as New Orleans, I'm learning a lot. I feel really creative here. My short story that I'm working on for this contest it's a stretch for me. It's an artistic stretch, both the topics and how I'm planning on writing it, and the things that I want to play with in my writing. It's all a big stretch for me, and just to get it as far as I've gotten it it's been kind of a big deal. I mean, frankly, for the contest, it has to be under 4,000 words. I have 3,000 words of prep for this short story. Things like where I want the tone to be, where I want the rhythm of the language to be faster than other parts of the story, who the characters are, what the story actually is. And then as far as theme, it's definitely a stretch for me. I'm used to writing in children's voices, and I'm used to writing very simply, but this is going to be a huge stretch for me. I don't know if I'm completely capable of doing it, but I'm giving it the old college try. So that is my update. Sorry, I'm not looking at the camera. I lifted my computer up, and it's really weird in this location. So yeah, not again. Ciao.